Okay. Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to talk about endings. So, what's really important is that you end your story in a very satisfying way. And you don't just say the end or I went home or something that really is not leaving the reader with like a good feeling that they really understood your story. So, let's look at some of our endings that authors used. I'm going to share a few ideas with you, some from some of the books we read. So, from Roller Coaster, at the end of the story, the author actually looks forward and they say, but at least one of them is planning to ride a roller coaster again right now. So, you can see that the person in the book really, at the end, really wants to ride again. So, they're thinking forward. It just didn't say, after I rode the roller coaster, I went home, the end. Because then you're like, I like to think about it like after having a really good dinner, it's like a piece of dessert you're ending. You want to leave your reader with like a sweet thought at the end, like dessert, like a big old piece of chocolate cake with lots of frosting, right? Oh boy, I'm getting hungry. All right, so let's look at roller coaster ends with thinking ahead about the future. Like next time, this is going to happen. Or you might say from now on, or tomorrow, or now I hope. So there's some ideas about that. Sometimes you can look back. Like in Rain Stomper, she said, looking back, I never. Or here's how it goes. And so it was that Jasmine the Rain Stomper in a parade of puddle splashers stomped out of the rain. So it's kind of like commenting about what just happened. So you might say, looking back, I never, after all this happened, or now I'm feeling. So thinking back about the story and what just happened. So the first one is thinking about the future. The second thing you can do at the end is looking back. A third thing is just to give a comment on us. I knew it, said Sarah. I love my mommy, said Bill. So this was from the story Owl Babies. So you could say, now I think, now I know, this is what I thought, right? At the end of the story. So when I was writing my story, this is how I ended it. I made a comment like a thought. We really need to keep an eye on that girl, right? So that was my thought. So at the end of your story, I want you to look at how you planned out your story. And here's your map. Let's go to our map. Oh, if I can find it. Hang on. Oh, maybe I closed my map. So anyway, at the end of your story, you want to think, do I want to flash back and have a feeling about what happened last? Well, I want to go to my endings. There we go. Do I want to look forward and say next time from now on, I could end my Easter story that way. I said, from now on, I'm going to keep an eye on her, right? Or looking back, oh, I'm so glad she's okay, right? Or comments, now I know we have to keep a close eye on her. So think about your story and maybe try some different endings, like a think ahead ending, a looking back ending, or a comment on what you're thinking or feeling ending. And try some different endings. And if you wrote an ending of like, we went home, the end, let's rethink that and leave the reader with a nice, like, big piece of chocolate cake, like something they can really think about, like the story really meant something to you. And now you're thinking forward or you're thinking back or you're going to leave with a strong feeling. Okay, boys and girls, this is hard work to really come up with a good ending, but I want you to give it a try today and see what you can do. And I know your teacher will be there to help you if you need some help. All right, good work. Keep it up. Work on those endings.